want to position the target about here. So basically what you do is, to get the position right, you want to bind it for the amount of frame time that is on each frame. So this, in this case, this will be 5. And the position, you want to use the offset rule, which is here. Get your animation up, and on the other side you want to get player 2's animation. Now the problem is, with the offset view, it doesn't flip sprites. Yes, it does. Okay, I didn't know. I never knew that. Right, okay. So yeah, if you position player 2 the way you want it to be positioned, drag it over and let go when you think you've got the right position, and it will come up here, x65, y2. So 65, 2. Right, and what you want to do is test the move out, but first add a pause controller, and we're going to make it so that it plays the move in slow motion, so you can check each target bind works. So we're going to say like time 20 in brackets game time %2. So every second game tick we're going to play each frame quite slow. Go into your CMD and basically go to, well, what I've done is gone to Kung Fu Throw, I've copied the whole of that state and I've pasted it at the, above on the to make it like the highest move up, and I've just amended it. Value equals 12,000, command equals throw. I've made a new throw command. Trigger all equals state type equals S. You must be standing and have control to do the move. You can't be running. State number doesn't equal 100. Trigger 1 is player 2's state type has to be stand or crouch, and player 2's move type can't be get hit. And I've done that. Yeah, I removed them 2 triggers. So that's that set up. Update the list. Make the new command named throw, and I've just made it down x time equals 20. So we're going to test that out, and we're going to look at player 2's target bind.
Round 1, fight.
And I'll pause it as soon as the target bind shows. There you go. So basically that's sort of a correct position for him to grab him. I'll show you what would happen if the target bind was off. So say you wanted 25 of 2. This is what it would look like.
Round 1.
See, it wouldn't look good at all. So target bind's important. I've already done the whole move and pasted it down in a text file, but I'll just show you how to do a couple more, and then I'll paste all my target binds in and go on to the next state and do it from there. So copy the target bind and paste it underneath, but change the anim element to 2, and look at the frame time of the second frame, which is 4, and you want to change the second target bind to time equals 4. Now he doesn't really move, player 1 doesn't really move player 2 much in the second frame, so I'm going to keep the target bind the same. In the get grabbed animation, I don't want the animation to change between frame 1 and 2, I only want it to change on frame 3, so I've put a time of 9, because player 1's throw success, the first 2 frames is 5 and 4, so that makes 9. So I'm going to play this animation for 9 game ticks before going on to frame 3, which changes the animation. So it's important you get all your frame times matching up to player 1's throw success. Okay, so we're going to make another target bind, but this time for frame 3. We're going to check how much frame time it is. 8. And from there to here, he pulls player 2 in slightly, so we're going to change the positioning. So it was 65. You can always use the offset rule, which is quite buggy sometimes. But sometimes I just like to guess. There you go, 43 of 0. Test it out. Perfect. Okay, so I'll do one more, and then what I want to do is actually show you him lifting him up and how to do that, position that target bind. So frame 4. I'm going to sort of make it player 2 a bit lower down and sort of grabbed by the throat or the top of the gi, and then it's a quick frame. It's only 3 game ticks, so it won't really notice, but it adds to the smoothness of the throw. So because frame 3 of get grabbed, the axis point is at the head, you'll need to raise him up slightly because he's going to be lower than the ground, because this middle part of the cross is the ground level. So we want to make it like -50. See, I'm guessing now, but we can still use the offset rule. Fighter Factory is really buggy, I don't really like it, but it's probably the best program to make a character with. 34 minus 62. Just going to save it just in case it decides to crash on me.
Round 1, fight.
There we go. I've paused it on that frame. He's about to lift him up in the air. Perfect positioning. Okay, now frame 5. This is the last frame I'm going to do for the target binds, because you should be able to figure that out by now. It's going to be 50 game ticks, which is almost a second, 60 game ticks to a second. So time equals 50. Use the offset rule again. I don't know what that bug is, but it's quite annoying. I've added the blur frame so it looks like he's lifting him up fast. Okay, so position it about there. 42 minus 138.
Fight.
Okay, that's a little off, so I'm going to adjust that really slightly. I don't usually use this offset rule, I just guess and adjust from my guess using that pulse controller. But I guess if you want proper accuracy, then it's best to use it.